Hey friends, it's your boy Tomas Ward coming at you on a summer night, 2022, and the purpose of this video is to show progress on my building, my auxiliary dwelling unit, my tea house. I've been working on it on and off for about 2 years now in fits and spurts, and made some progress recently, so was asked by a friend who I've been keeping in the loop about this for a video tour with some narration to see what's going on. So that's what I'm working on, and we start out with the walking approach from the main house. We'll come through this field here where I've got some wiffle golf set up, as well as some TRX strength training over by this old box elder, and I'm trying to make this into my kingdom out here. So you see there's some leisure opportunities. I've got the Chase Lounge down for stargazing, and beginnings of a garden there. That's where you can deliver all the good paper that you want to send me, if you can make it here to East Central Wisconsin, Sheboygan County. So we've come to the face of it, and I would normally, if I was going inside, I'd walk right through that door, but this time we're going to go around first to just discuss some of the things that have gone into this structure. Now, this little house is built on 4 concrete piers that are dug 4 feet into the ground, and I can get down here and show you those. So I was working on that this time about 2 years ago, maybe a little later in the season I started it. I did layout to site those. I used sonotubes to pour the concrete, and string line level to keep them at elevation. So I don't think I got the very best concrete pour. You can see that outer edge has some imperfections in it, but hopefully it's strong enough. And on top of those 4 piers sit a pair of 3-member laminated girders. So it's 3 pressure treated 2x12s laminated together, and you can see I painted the ends with roofing tar to try to preserve those for as long as possible. And there is a elevation differential of the 4 piers. So on this north side, those girders sit anywhere from ground level to about a foot above the ground, but opposite, it gets up to 1.5 feet. So here we are coming around to my exterior reveal, and you'll see some work that I accomplished recently, which is to get a set of 2 reclaimed patio doors hung up and situated where they want to be. I had the wish and desire to create a sunset facing glass wall with a large double patio door opening in the middle, and I was able to do that using framing material, as well as a set of patio doors that a comrade scooped for me out of a dumpster at a job site demolition where he was working. So I've spent time restoring rot damage to these doors and restaining the exterior, and finally putting them up and hung where, and you'll see that in the middle It is getting close to the magic hour here. It's about 6:30 and the sun is dropping down on the second day of July 2022. So if we go down here, like I was saying, there's a differential elevation. This pier is raised up 1.5 feet above the ground. So the gap between the bottom of that girder and the landscape cloth, the cobblestones, gets larger. So this thing is not set up on perfect cardinal directions, but we're coming around to more or less the east face. And we'll go right in. You can see out there I still have one piece of aluminum fascia that I need to acquire. I came short materials on that. Alright, so here we are back at the pink door, and I've used mostly new materials in framing out and building this structure, such as the metal roof is pro rib painted steel from Menards. However, these windows and doors do have a reclaimed reuse history for them. This door actually sat in the old 19th century barn that's on this property. I don't know who bought it, but it had never been installed after being bought at Home Depot. So I dragged it out and put this coat of paint on it, and now it's functioning as my front door. And the windows I purchased at a farm auction last year. So they're also reclaimed in a certain way. And my hinge mortises have kind of come out of alignment since I hung this front door. So I'm using a closed hitch for security. So I pull that, push on through. There you can see the ridge line through my sunset glass wall. And of course the framing's all exposed here. My gable roof. That's a sticky trap for paper wasps. I don't like sticky traps, and I've probably snatched about 24 tiny wasp nests out of these roof rafters. So I've got a number of different windows. They, like I said, I bought them as a lot of 6 or 7 from a large dairy farm and woodworking operation that had an estate sale. So I've got a few different kinds of windows in here. Mostly they're what's known as double hung pocket windows, but I do have this one casement window that cranks open and closed. And like I say, getting these double doors hung has been a recent accomplishment, and I'm pleased with how they lined up in the rough opening. You can see I still have some work to do as far as filling out that rough opening at the top, but these doors have a nice swing to them, and I send them that way with a bit of a crash. And this one can also swing over. and they ultimately can go flat against these walls, leaving me with this large aperture that faces west-northwest. And at this particular date, it seems like the sunset is coming close to the center line of the house, so I'm pleased with that. One of the very last things I did recently was install a heavy-duty aluminum threshold with a vinyl seal on it from Home Depot, so hopefully that will be keeping the weather out at the level of the toes for years to come. You can also see out here, I've been busy with the chainsaw and there's more clearing to do. So I'm sure landscaping will be a long-term project here. And hopefully it will be a pleasure and be productive. So that's about it, guys. I'm going to saunter out here. Thanks for checking out my video, and I will send another one when there's more to see. Bye-bye.